Hi everyone! So a couple of weeks ago, Rahua Beauty launched two new hair styling products and I was really excited to give them a try because I've been using their Voluminous shampoo and Voluminous conditioner for quite a while, and they are my two favorite hair care products. So I thought I would just buy them both and give them a try. So the products are a dry shampoo, a Voluminous dry shampoo, and a defining hairspray. These are the products. They're still in the box because I wanted to film my first impressions today, so I haven't even taken them out of the box. I just received them yesterday. And before I show you what the products actually do on my hair, I'm going to share just a few facts that I read about the products, and they got me really excited about trying them. So the Voluminous dry shampoo is 100% natural, and by natural I suppose coming from non-synthetic ingredients that volumizes and cleanse and refreshes style with cassava root, clay, star anise with a light clean scent, and it's an aerosol free squeeze bottle. Now the main reason why I don't use mainstream styling products is that I'm very sensitive to strong scents, especially when synthetic. So I always look for products that have a pleasant but delicate mild scent, and so I'm really excited about trying this one because it contains also vanilla, so it's supposed to be clean and just slightly sweet. And the bottle is actually a squeezable bottle, so what the instructions say is that I am supposed to twist the cap, and here's the opening, and I'm supposed to shake it and spray it onto my roots. Okay, so now let's take a look at the star ingredients in the product. So we have cassava starch, which is meant to absorb water, oil, sweat, and debris from the scalp, and it's organic and it's food grade cassava starch. And then there is cosmetic clay, which is supposed to absorb oil, and clay is a common ingredient in dry shampoo because it does a very good job at absorbing oil and sweat from the scalp. And then there is star anise, which is a plant that has antiseptic properties, so I'm assuming it's included for fragrance purposes because it has a clean scent, and also to kind of refresh the roots. And it also contains vanilla and citric acid, which I suppose has a preservation purpose. Okay, so onto the product. So like I said, the bottle is squeezable, so I'm going to twist the cap, and here it is. Actually, I'm going to squeeze it, I'm going to shake it first. It's already coming out. So I'm going to shake it first. And here we go. Okay, I guess I should have not done that. Okay, so I feel like I ate some of it, so be careful because if you shake it and then open it, some may come out. So oh, I see. Okay, so basically it's very responsive. It's very responsive, so basically as soon as you squeeze it, it comes out. So I don't recommend shaking it a lot like I did and then opening the cap because it will come out. So I think it's better. Okay, so it needs to be shaken very lightly and it comes out really easily. Okay, so I'm going to quickly section my hair at the roots. Let's start here. And I'm going to start to squeeze it. Okay, so I actually like the applicator. It does, I like the applicator, but it does require careful application. And what I mean with that is that you have to be very gentle when you squeeze the bottle, and the product will come out, but it doesn't come out in really large amounts. So it's good because you don't give too much product. And I like that. And also I've noticed that I don't see any colored residue. I don't see any white. The powder itself is more of a, I would say, a beige, lightly beige, grayish. I was going to say it's grayish actually. It's like beige and gray at the same time. And I can't see any residue in the mirror. Okay, I forgot to mention the most important thing. This is actually the most important thing to me. So the scent is very mild and it's very, oh, look at that. So the scent is very mild and it's very pleasant. Nothing overwhelming. It's almost undetectable. It's very, very light and very pleasant. And it's definitely sweet. It's definitely sweet, but not very sweet. So it's feminine. So I'm not sure if you can see any difference. Probably I should put a little more, but so far I actually see that in the mirror I can totally tell that my hair is just slightly more voluminous at the roots. It just lays less flat than before. I don't think it's extremely visible. I don't think that it's very clear in camera, but I do see it. I do see it in the mirror, and I'm not applying a lot of it because I want to see what just a average application, just a little spritz here and there would do. And my hair is not very oily today because, like I said, I just washed it yesterday and I didn't work out. Can you see it coming out as a little? I'm gonna start to sneeze in a minute because the powder. Maybe I'm eating it as well. I'm not sure. As my husband would say, well, it's okay if you eat it because it's organic, right? But definitely not. Yeah, I'm definitely eating some of it. Okay, so I've noticed that even when I apply a little extra, I still cannot see residue on the scalp. So I'm just continuing with my application, and so far I've just started to apply it a couple minutes ago, but so far I like this. Okay, so as you can see, when you first apply, you kind of get the color, but then as soon as you massage into the scalp, it disappears. So I can't really, so honestly, I cannot see any residue. And now I'm gonna give it a couple of minutes to fully absorb the oils on the scalp. Okay, so let's start. Let's start with my first impressions. So my main concern with dry shampoos, especially with the conventional ones, with the mainstream ones, is scent. I have a huge problem with strong scents, especially when synthetic. And in fact, my favorite dry shampoo used to be the Chlorane dry shampoo, especially like the tinted one. I think that one does just an amazing job. But beside a couple of questionable ingredients, I really prefer to avoid that one for the scent. That's like my main problem with it. It's just, it's not even too strong for most people, but for me it is. And what I do is I always keep a bottle of it in my drawer and I use it on special occasions. But even when I do that, I always find myself regretting it, because then I get either a headache or I start to feel a little nausea, and so I try to avoid using it completely. So I'm always looking for an alternative to that type of product that gives you just a really nice oomph, a nice boost of volume at the roots. And unfortunately, so far I haven't found one that works just as well. However, there is one dry shampoo that I've been using for the past year or so that I really like. Is the One Love Organics dry shampoo powder. And the only problem is that it's a powder, so it needs to be tapped. And I always look for a more convenient option. So something like this that sprays is obviously just slightly more convenient. However, this is not exactly a spray product. It's still like a tapping product. The only difference is that instead of having to tap like this, I have to squeeze. But it pretty much applies in the same way. So no big difference about that. So moving on to the second product, the Rahua Beauty Defining Hairspray is claimed to have medium hold. It's a 90% natural hairspray. It's a non-aerosol hairspray. And like the dry shampoo, it is vegan, gluten-free, and also cruelty-free, because Rahua does not test on animals. And the company makes a specific claim for this hairspray that got me really curious, and that is brushable. And if you have tried any of the natural hairspray out there, it's really hard to brush them off. They almost always leave a bit of a residue in the hair, and they just don't allow for restyling after you use them a first time. So I'm really curious about actually trying it and then brushing it off and see what it does. Let's look at the ingredients. We have organic aloe for hydrating purposes and green tea for the antioxidant quality. It's meant to protect hair and scalp and help to mitigate UV rays. And in case you're not familiar with the benefits, with the UV protecting and repairing benefits of green tea, I actually wrote a whole post about it because I was really excited to find out about all these benefits. And I will put a link in the description box below this video, so you can just click on show more and you can read the post, so you can see also which products actually contain green tea, and all the I linked all the studies that I found. So it's a really good ingredient, and I don't know if it's been tested on hair, but it's definitely something that may have some really good protecting qualities. And the third start ingredient is organic sugarcane alcohol, which allows for quick drying and for shine. So the ingredient list looks really exciting, and the most important thing, as I mentioned, is that this product is claimed to be brushable. So I thought I would just add a couple of curls through my hair and use it and see what it does. So let's see. Okay, so I only added a couple of curls. I didn't want to take too much time because I really wanted to get to the hairspray. So I added a few curls here and there, and now I'm going to spray them with the defining hairspray. Okay, that was a little too close to my eyes. That was not a good idea. Okay, so I only sprayed once here, and I don't know if you can tell that the definition and the and the hold are pretty impressive for a natural hairspray. Now, if I touch it, it does feel a little sticky, but I'm gonna let it dry, and then we're gonna try to brush it off and see if that's even possible. And I'm gonna try on this side as well. The scent is similar to the dry shampoo. It smells a little bit like vanilla. Okay, so I would just not look at the back here. Okay, so I sprayed the few curls that I added, and the hold looks pretty good. I do see that there's some definition, and the hair does look a little more defined with a little more texture. At the touch, it does feel a little sticky, but surprisingly, I can actually brush through. Yeah, I can actually brush through. Now, I cannot brush through as easily as I would, for instance, with the L'Oreal Elnet, which I guess it's the standard for hairspray. At least that's what I always refer to, because it's pretty good hairspray. Unfortunately, with an absolutely unbearable scent. But now what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna try to brush off the hairspray and see if it brushes off. So I think that I might actually like it better when I brush it off, because it still keeps the curl, but it kind of eliminates a little bit of that sticky residue. Yep. Oh, okay. Okay, so let's get to my first impressions about hairspray. So definitely pretty good hold. I'm not sure if I had like a head full of really tight curls, how much of a hold it would give throughout the day. That's something that I'm gonna have to kind of try over the next couple of weeks. But as far as hold, I do see that it adds definition and that it keeps the curls, and it has a pleasant scent. Now it does make the hair look more defined, and it does have just a little of that residue feel in the hair. But if I brush, it actually does. I don't want to say come off, but I do feel like most of the product comes off. The hair does not look like it's breaking. It feels quite normal, natural. So okay. So my first impressions about the two new Rahua styling products are definitely positive, overall positive. I would say that the dry shampoo is a pretty good dry shampoo in terms of oil absorbing qualities. The scent is very pleasant and does not linger. It's very delicate and perfect for people that don't do well with strong scents. And I really like that it doesn't leave any white residue in the roots, so people with dark hair can use it with no issues. I would definitely have to use it longer though to kind of have a better idea of what it can do for very dirty hair, and I will definitely have opportunities to test that out. As far as the defining hairspray, I'm really impressed with the brushable quality. So the fact that I can spritz my hair and keep my curls more defined and then actually brush it off, I'm really impressed with that, because I have never tried a hairspray among the natural brands, the more green brands, that can actually be brushed off. Most of them leave a bit of a sticky residue, and this one actually does have that initial sticky feeling, and I don't want to say really sticky because it doesn't feel sticky at the touch, but it does look like the hair is a bit clumped together. But as you brush it off, it actually comes off and it softens up the effect. So I really like the hairspray. I'm really impressed. I look forward to using it more and then write a more in-depth review later on. And yeah, so far really good products. Very nice. So I hope that this video was helpful. If it was, if you enjoyed it, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and to subscribe so you will be notified when I upload my next video. And if you have any questions about a product that I talked about, maybe things that I overlooked or things that I did not mention, or just if you have some questions about them, make sure that you leave me a comment down below. And also, if you have any video requests, just make sure to leave a comment as well. And I will reply as soon as possible. And I will see you next time. Thanks so much for watching. Ciao.